Today, I feel like preaching. Hola, how are you? So, today I want to speak about um, the toolkit of holistic health. I've talked about the toolkit of holistic health, and I will continue to talk about the toolkit of holistic health for as long as I live, in different contexts and perspectives. So today, first of all, I want to define the toolkit of holistic health. And basically, holistic health is the health of the body, the health of the mind, and the health of the spirit. And the idea being that you want the spirit, the body, and the mind to be in harmony, to be aligned, to be coherent. You want the body to listen to the mind to listen to the body. You want the spirit to sprout and flourish out of the beautiful relationship between the body and the mind. So it is a synergy. Everything is working together to ensure that you have a better highlighted life. Actually, the highlighted life is a life in which you are healthy, in which you are strong, and in which you are experiencing peace and harmony with nature around you. That means that you are singing the same song as nature around you. You are synchronized at a frequency level. You, if it is a choir, you and nature are not in discord. You're singing the same song, no discord. Then you are also in peace and harmony with yourself. Many people are not in peace and harmony with themselves. They do not love themselves. They do not care about themselves. They look outside of themselves for validation, for love, through materialism and through people. If people tell you they love you, you feel good. If they tell you they don't love you, you feel bad. If they tell you you're not good, you feel bad. If they tell you you're good, you feel good. Everything that is stimulating you is coming from outside. You have lost contact with your inner self. So this holistic health journey is supposed to help you to reconnect with yourself, love yourself, be in peace and harmony with yourself. And lastly, to be in peace and harmony with all the beings. That's all the people. No enemies. All the dogs, all the pigs, you're not eating them. All the cows, you're not eating them. All the goats, the chicken, you respect the fact that the energy running them is the same energy running you. But you're all here to experience life in different ways. So you don't eat them. You do not act violently upon them. If you look at the way we raise our animals, the modern animal husbandry methods, from cows to chickens to goats, and how they are kept, the brutality of man upon fellow beings, just so that they can derive the tongue, culinary experience, seeking the joys of the world. And the joy of the world here, I'm talking about the joy of taste. Meat tastes great. So you're seeking the joys of the world by exerting brutality and violence on other beings. That is sin. I'm telling you, that is sin. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. So basically, that is what holistic health is all about. Strong body, calm, strong mind, peace and harmony with yourself, with nature, with all the beings, people and animals alike. When you achieve that, ultimately, you'll achieve what they call the unity consciousness. You will realize that you are God. And if that makes you uncomfortable, you realize that you and God are one. I think that's a bit more comfortable for us, all of us. who were raised on the idea of separateness, the idea that we are separate from God and that you cannot dare say that you are God. You can't. You can say you are one with God. You can say God lives in me. You can say I was made in the image of God, but you cannot say you're God. That's blasphemy. So that is the conditioning and the programming that we were brought upon and that has caused immense suffering on humanity because we do not know ourselves. You see, because the moment you know that you are God, then you know that you are a creator of your experience and you take responsibility for your life experience. Many people do not want to take responsibility. They want to blame the devil for their life experience. They don't want to take responsibility. Yeah. So anyway, today I wanted to talk about how different my body, my mind, or how different your body and your mind would be if you took on the holistic health lifestyle. Yeah, took it on. How different would your body be from the body of the modern man or modern woman? The people that you see walking every day. The holistic health toolkit, the things, the techniques, the routine, the actions, the feelings, the thoughts that we engage in are number one, on a daily basis. Fasting. I'm talking about myself because when I talk about myself, then I will limit the techniques to the ones that I am doing. But that in no means does not mean that my techniques are the only ones. Okay? So I'll talk about mine. Fasting on a daily basis. Fasting on a daily basis. This is a way of purifying your body. Food makes the body dirty. Yes, in many ways. You eat a lot of sugar, that is toxicity for your system. That's why the body rushes to produce insulin to remove the sugar out of your blood and deposit it in the muscles for safety. Because when that sugar is running in the blood, it is poisoning everything. Your blood vessels, your heart, your nerves, everything is being poisoned by the sugar that you eat. Very innocent, very tastes good on the mouth, but the moment it enters your body, it is toxic, and your body has a mechanism to remove it out of the blood, keep it in the liver, keep it in the muscles, turn it into fat, and keep the blood clean. Many other things. Ammonia, the body has a way. When you eat proteins, there is what they call deamination, removing of the ammonia from the protein and then passing it through uh, uh, your kidneys as urine, detoxifying your body, doing the work to detoxify the dirt that you put in the body. You know, a lot of foods are pro-inflammatory. That in itself is toxicity. They excite the body to generate what they call the inflammatory response, which puts your nervous system on high alert. This dog is disturbing me. Flash, go away. Don't disturb me. Stop it. Stop it. I have a beautiful puppy. It feels as if it's so entitled. Yeah. So food, even our food systems now with herbicides, these Monsanto herbicides, what they call it, this weed master. Now there is no food that they are growing without weed master. Everything you have to spray. Everything you have to spray. All those chemicals are toxic, and they enter your body and cause toxic overload. And that toxic overload is what causes all manner of diseases, from inflammation to cancer and all that. So when you fast, number one, you give your body time to detoxify what is in. And number two, you also reduce the amount of toxicity you're bringing in. And most especially, you realize how much your energy does not come from the food you eat, but rather from nature. Because you eat for energy, and energy does not only come from food, energy comes from, that's a whole topic, by the way. But you get energy from the ground. Right now, the earth is producing an electric currency, current, the frequency of energy coming right from the earth. When you look around and you see all these plants and forests and grass on the ground, all that is generating life, being getting all its life force from the earth. The earth is alive. If you want to know if the earth is alive, look around. See all these flowers behind me. It's because the earth is giving them life. There is also a lot of energy that is coming from the sun, definitely. Sun is the primary source of all the energy on earth. Everything is being powered by the sun. They say you make vitamin D, but it's not the only thing you make from the sun. You are getting energy from the sun, it's entering your body, and you are then uh, changing it from heat energy to mechanical energy to chemical energy to different kinds of energy. But it is the energy of the sun that is powering us. Yeah, I'm not discounting food. That's why I'm actually saying fasting, because fasting means that you do not stop eating. It just means that you delay the eating. You can delay it. Personally, I'm eating once every 24 hours. Uh, but there are people who eat once every 2 days, 3 days. It's okay. It's okay. It's all about how you can train your body. But the end result is that with fasting, you have a cleaner vessel. A cleaner vessel works the way it was meant to work by God. It is not disrupted, it is receptive to the invisible forces, receptive to the Spirit of God. The cleaner the vessel, the healthier your life. Go to the internet and look out the benefits of fasting. Myriad benefits. You ask yourself, how can we have all these benefits of fasting and we don't fast? These benefits of fasting must mean that food is poisonous, because when I stop eating, then all of a sudden I get this benefit, I get this benefit, I get this benefit, I get this benefit. There are many. Why are there so many if food is so good? Why is the absence of food in your body bringing all these benefits upon you if food is such a great thing? It's not such a great thing. We have been conditioned to think that it's great by a system meant to prevent you from elevating your consciousness, holding your soul, your body, holding your soul, your spirit down every time it is trying to raise up, to connect. I'm talking metaphorically, by the way. It's being pulled down by things such as beliefs that your life comes from food. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Trust you me. But here I am, going off on a tangent, but it is okay. So I was talking about fasting, one of the things I do. Another one is exercising on a daily basis. Um, Exercising, so fantastic. Yeah. Um, how do I exercise? I do stretches, different kind of stretches. There, qigong stretches, working on the fascia. The fascia is that sheath that covers the muscles. When they cut meat, yeah, when they cut meat, there's that white. thing that is over the muscles, like a connective tissue. It's called the fascia. In the body, it is so amazing. An organ, it's an organ by itself, it covers everything, keeps everything in order, but it's an information highway, moving energy through electricity all across the body as an information highway. Yeah, yeah. It is so important. Where there is a muscle, there is fascia. And so stretching gives you a tensile, gives your fascia tensile strength. And in so doing, keeps your youthfulness, keeps you young, and keeps all the information systems working properly, keeps all the energy flowing through the body properly, and it expresses in everything you do, from your mood to your strength and everything. So that I do stretches, I do calisthenics, which is body weight training. That is push-ups, squats, you know, to build strength of the muscles, build the musculature, build the tendons and the ligaments. You have to have a vessel through which the spirit is able to express itself. And the vessel must be strong. And God, in His knowledge, decided that exercise, movement of the body, is the way in which you gain strength and power for your body. So yeah, I do calisthenics. I'm also into weight training, building muscle hypertrophy. See that? Building muscles. So I go to the gym regularly and build muscle. So good, so necessary. I'll tell you why as we go forward. Yeah. So what else do? I do qigong. Qigong, I bring it out. It's a form of standing meditation. It's combining both physical exertion, but as well as meditation. And it's a way in which you activate the energy inside your body and then open up the blockages in your body system. There are many blockages that are accumulated on a daily basis. So qigong is a way in which you open up you excite that energy, wake it up, then let it flow seamlessly throughout the body, giving you peace and harmony and heaven and a lot of power of yourself. I am a walking qigong. This is an affirmation I've just made. I am a walking qigong because I practice qigong about 7 times a day. Yeah, yeah. Man, that's quite an investment in myself. Yeah, so my qigong is a standing qigong. You stand still, standing like a tree. So most of my life nowadays, for the last 5 years, I've been standing still. And this being that you find standing still, I stand still. In standing still, I get to know more about myself. Who am I? What triggers me? I get to learn what things that make me impatient. So one thing you need to learn in this world is patience. Because if you claim to be on the spiritual journey, you've got to realize that nature in itself is a mirror of the spiritual journey. Nature itself is a mirror. And one thing that nature is patience, whether it is rock trying to build a river, water trying to build a river through rock, whether it is an avocado tree taking its time before to build its capacity before it fruits, whether it's a pregnant woman taking 9 months before they out their baby. Patience, waiting is so important. It's a skill that you ought to learn. And the holistic journey, whether it is when you're fasting, waiting to eat, or when you're in Qigong, holding these positions for hours on end. You're dying to move, but it is not yet time to move. And you're like that. All that teaches you patience, teaches you about yourself. You're able to see Talk to that inner child who's dying to move, but you're telling him, wait. So, yeah, Qigong, meditation. Every morning I wake up, I sit 1.5 hours or 1 hour, sitting, watching my breath, meditating. I chant. I do chanting meditation, chanting the Om sound through all my energy centers, focusing, putting my concentration on my energy centers. There are energy centers called chakras in India. So I put my focus, my attention there, put my attention here, and chant Om 9 times. Chant Om on the crown of the head 9 times. Remove all mental distraction. Focus. This is amazing stuff, I'm telling you. Totally amazing stuff. Yeah. Meditation, Qigong, exercise, fasting, breath work, conscious breathing, conscious inhalation, conscious holding of the breath after inhalation, conscious long exhalation on a regular basis, conscious hyperventilation, like in the Wim Hof method, and then you hold your breath 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Very powerful. The breath is everything. The breath is the messenger of God. It's what gives you life. The moment you start to play with it, you're working on your willpower. Yes, you're steadying your nervous system. And when you steady the nervous system, you steady everything around your life. Because everything, the nervous system is the way you perceive life. hmm So you got to practice some breath work. The way you breathe changes the way you think. The way you breathe changes your blood chemistry and therefore changes who you are. The way you breathe affects your nervous system, which is always in a dance with your endocrine system. It's a dance. The nervous system is always dancing. The nervous system is the one for the electricity. The endocrine system, which is the glands, pituitary gland, hypothalamus, thalamus, thyroid, thymus, gonads, adrenal glands. Those ones work on chemicals. But they are dancing with the electric part of you, which is the spine and the nerves. They're talking together. So when you balance your nervous system through breathing exercises, breath work, you are balancing your chemicals, your hormones. That is how you achieve peace. Peace is not achieved by all these things that the world tells you give you peace, whether it is holidays abroad or it is shopping or it's going to eat in the junk food in all these junk food places. That is fleeting, fleeting. What do I call it? A little feel good, very fleeting and temporary. But the real joy that lasts forever, eternal joy and peace, it comes from inside, and you have got to work with the fundamentals. And the nervous system is the fundamental. You got to work with the basics for something that is lasting, for something that gives you a wider perspective and expands your consciousness so you can read into the con, the game of this so called matrix. Yeah. And then resist it and get eternal peace and harmony. Yep. 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 So, what have I said? I've said breath work, holistic lifestyle in my everyday breathing exercises, breath work, fasting, exercise, walking, meditation, qigong, positive thinking. You gotta always be on the watch out, like the way a cat watches a mouse. You're always watching your thoughts, seeing where they are going, what kind of thoughts are coming in at this particular moment. You watch them and you zap them. Fear, anxiety, shame, guilt, those thoughts that cause those kinds of emotions must be fought by you. Not really fought, really, just replace with something positive. A chant is fantastic. You can chant that I am strong. I am strong. I am well looked after. I'm well provided for. I am one with God. You can So when you're chanting that, it distracts your mind away from the negative thoughts. So when you're thinking about killing somebody or when you think about angering you, it's not good to fight that thought. You just replace it with a chant. So find some chants in your local language, in English, whatever. Chant them to distract your mind. So I got some positive thinking, continuous study. When I sit here or stand here and I'm telling you about endocrine systems and nervous systems and naming all the glands, and it's because I invest in study. Every time I am studying, get free time or even I set a time every after breaking my fast in the evening and I attend online classes. Right now I'm attending an online class on AI for everybody. That's what it is called. But before that, I did human physiology. I did positive psychology. I did the history of mental health. I learned about the metaverse. I learned about how to grow businesses. All these are certificates I've stacked up, different fields, so that you're able to use the knowledge from different fields to group it together into something unique, beautiful, and creative, because that's what you are, a creative force. But you've got to nurture that creativity by continuous learning. So, learning to expand the mind, to shine light onto your mind. Knowledge is light. That is the light that expands and changes your perspectives and opens up new horizons for you. You've got to consciously, deliberately learn. And now we have YouTube, we have all these learning platforms. You have no excuse. And when you are living that kind of life, there is no room for sinning because you're always busy. If you're not meditating, you're working out, you're protecting your fast. When you're fasting, you don't want to be quarreling with people. You have no time for the bar because at the time when you're supposed to be in the bar, you are in class, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. People are in the bar at that time. That's the time I used to go to the bar. But now I'm in class, doing online classes, writing something, reading something, contemplating different scriptures, different writings. Mm, mm. That is the holistic lifestyle. But the holistic lifestyle changes you. It changes you. You become a new being. You stop being the guy that you were before. The body changes, the mind changes, the spirit expresses differently. So I'm going to talk. I don't know. Already I've given a preamble of 30 minutes. I really have a lot to talk about. Oh my God. Oh my God. Maybe we should just call this part one and then I'll have part two, part three, because I want to speak to you about how different you become from the ordinary John and Mary on the street, modern man, as a holistic health practitioner. What makes you stand out different? And it's not a competition. because you're not trying to say, hey, look, I'm better than you. No, you're doing this for yourself, your own peace and your own harmony. It's not a competition. Everybody is doing the best where they are. So there is no need to point any fingers. Try to advise people to live better. Try to force, not even, maybe advice is a bit polite, but try to, be or holier than thou. It's not a competition. No. Everyone is living the life the way they know how to. But that's the whole idea of why I'm here, is to give you more knowledge, share with you the knowledge I have acquired, so that you can begin to have different perspectives on how you can live a life that is different from the one that you're living. A life of power, a life of light, a life of beauty, a life of peace, a life of harmony. So let's call this part one, and I'll be doing part two. Ciao. See you shortly.